Okay, good afternoon student, and last class we discussed about acids, bases and salts. Within that we discussed about chemical properties of acids and bases, especially we discussed about definition of acid and bases and salts also, and about indicators also. As we know, in last class we discussed about different type of indicators. Okay, indicators we discussed. Again within that discussed about natural indicator, then after synthetic indicator. Okay, so in natural indicator we discussed about again about litmus indicator, about called China rose indicator, China rose. Then after turmeric indicator we discussed. Okay, turmeric indicator. Here we discussed about methyl orange. One more is phenolphthalein. As you know, litmus is showing the two colors, one is red, one is blue. Red color in the which medium? Acidic medium. Okay, blue color in the basic medium. And then after China rose indicator will show China rose. Acidic medium means it will show pink color, or else what we call magenta we are going to call. In basic medium it is going to show green color. Similarly, if we talk about methyl orange, it will show acidic medium, which color? It is an pink, or else we can call as red color. And in the basic medium, methyl orange will show which color? It show on the yellow color, as we discussed in the last video. Last one more indicator is we discussed about phenolphthalein indicator. In acidic medium is shown no color, I mean no change in the color. In basic medium it shown the pink color. We discussed these all things in the last class. Okay, so today we are going to deal with an chemical properties of acids and bases, continuation part. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about the acid, what is going to produce when it is reacting with a metal. Similarly, bases with a metal, acid with a metal carbonate. Here M means, remember, is a metal carbonate, CO3 carbonate. Okay, acid plus metal bicarbonate, hydrogen is a bicarbonate. And after we are going to deal with an acid plus bases, what is going to happen? If we take an acid and bases, what is going to happen? Which reaction is going to take place? Then after acid plus metal oxide, okay, base plus non-metal oxide. These all things we are going to discuss here. Okay, remember before going to the first one, we discuss about first one here. Here they are saying metal plus acid. So if we take an dilute hydrochloric acid, or else we can take as dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, and here we are going to add a metal. Remember, metal means you should know many things are there, like iron, aluminum, magnesium, and after lead is there, and after copper. Okay, I will take here dilute sulfuric acid, and for this one I am going to add a zinc. I am going to add a zinc. So what is going to happen? So as we discussed earlier, in a displacement reaction, I am talking about in a displacement reaction, what happens? We know something about called as reactivity series. We discussed about something else which is nothing but reactivity series. Okay, so in reactivity series we will write potassium is more reactive than the sodium, sodium is more reactive than the magnesium, magnesium is more calcium, calcium is more reactive than the magnesium, magnesium is more reactive than the aluminum, aluminum is more reactive than the zinc, zinc is more reactive than the again iron, iron is more reactive than the what you call as lead, lead is more reactive than the hydrogen, hydrogen is more reactive than the copper, copper is more reactive than the mercury, mercury is more reactive than the Ag, that is silver, silver is more reactive than the Au, Au is more reactive than the platinum. Okay, so what happens here? You should remember, even though it is a reactivity series of metal we are going to call, here reactivity series of metals. But here better I will clarify, I think it's little bit clumsy, it is not possible to understand for you people. Okay, so here remember this one we are going to call reactivity series of metal. reactivity series of metal, where we discussed in the earlier concept displacement reaction of the first lesson of CBSE science. Okay, so here potassium is more reactive than sodium, then the calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold and platinum. Here we are discussing about hydrogen also. As you know, hydrogen is a non-metal, but why you kept here? Because of it will also shows the properties of metals. So here you should remember, when we talk about the definition of acid, definitely it has a hydrogen. Why? Because acids are the substance which are going to produce H plus ions when dissolved in the water. Okay, so definitely acid should contain the hydrogen. So here we have hydrogen and we are adding zinc here. Here also zinc also is there. So as you know, as per the reactivity series, zinc is more reactive than the hydrogen. So what it will do? It will replace the hydrogen. It is going to displace the hydrogen. Hence displacement reaction is going to take place. I will write here. Okay, I hope so you got clarity about reactivity series. So what happens when you are taking dilute sulfuric acid? You can ask the question, concentrated will react or not? It will react, but it will produce a different substance instead of what we want actually. Okay, so when we are adding zinc, a zinc is more reactive than the hydrogen. So what it will do? It will produce hydrogen gas, plus it will produce a zinc sulfate. Zinc, so in the place of hydrogen, zinc will be occupy the space of the hydrogen. So hydrogen as a weak compared to the zinc, it will be come outside as a gas. Okay, so what happens here? Acids plus metal gives rise to what? It is giving salt. This is the salt, and it is giving the hydrogen gas. It is giving the hydrogen gas. So acid plus metal gives rise to salt and hydrogen gas. I hope so you got clarity. Acid plus metal gives rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. Does all the acids gives hydrogen gas? If you taken instead of sulfuric acid, if you taken nitric acid, HNO3 is nitric acid. If you taken copper, what it will do? Okay, a little bit you will get again confusion. Why? Because copper is less reactive compared to the hydrogen. If you take zinc itself, it is not going to produce hydrogen gas. It may produce Zn, zinc nitrate. Instead of hydrogen gas, it will produce H2. It will produce H2O. Sometimes it will produce NO2 also. So here also we are taking acid, here also we are taking acid. We taken dilute also, concentrated also. Nitric acid plus zinc is equal to zinc nitrate. Salt it is going to produce anyway like this acid. But here instead of hydrogen gas, what we have to get here? Should get hydrogen here, but we are getting here water. Why? Because nitric acid is act as a oxidizing agent. It is act as a oxidizing agent. Means in the first step what happens? Generally it will produce hydrogen gas. But this is it will produce oxygen to oxide the hydrogen will form the H2O. And it will reduce itself. And it is going to form NO2, in some cases N2O, in some cases NO. Okay. So normally acids are going to react with a metal to form a metallic salt, that is zinc salt. Here salt and it is going to produce hydrogen. But in the case of nitric acid, instead of hydrogen gas, it is going to produce water. Because they can ask the question in the examination, because nitric acid is going to act as a oxidizing agent. Hence, when hydrogen gas is produced here, it is oxidized by the what? Nitric acid. oxidized by the nitric acid. This is going to happen. Next one, metal plus bases. Metal plus bases. What is going to happen? If we taken a base and if we taken metal, what it is going to produce? It is going to produce again double salt, or else we can say complex structure, and it is going to similarly like acid, it is also going to produce hydrogen gas. Okay, suppose if we taken HCl, sorry, we are talking about base na. Okay, if we taken base NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Okay, if we taken zinc here, so what happens? It is going to form sodium zincate. Sodium zincate. Okay, so sodium zincate, it is going to produce hydrogen gas. Sodium zincate. Here how many sodiums are there? Two sodiums balance here, two oxygen, two hydrogen. It's balance, I think so. Okay, so this one is nothing but sodium zincate, and it is going to produce hydrogen gas. So remember, when the base is going to react with the metal, it is going to form a complex and hydrogen gas. Sodium zincate, here two metals are there, hence we are going to call complex for this one. Okay, next one. What happens if we taken metal carbonate? If we taken metal carbonate, what is going to happen? When you are taking a acid plus metal carbonate. Next one is acid plus metal carbonate. What is going to happen? So if we taken hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, and if we taken Na2CO3, Na2CO3, this is sodium carbonate. This is carbonate. This is carbonate, sodium carbonate. Normally, what is the normal name of sodium carbonate? Washing soda we are going to call, remember. Washing soda is nothing but Na2CO3, then H2O will be there here, just I am taking Na2CO3 here. HCl plus Na2CO3, sodium carbonate. Okay, so what is going to form? It is going to form NaCl, this is nothing but salt plus water plus it is also going to produce carbon dioxide. So acid plus metal carbonates, it is going to form what? It is going to form salt, water and carbon dioxide. So how we are going to verify whether the carbon dioxide gas is going to produce or not? Okay, so just we are taking a test tube. Here, and here we are taking two mixture here. Suppose this is A and B. Okay, mixture A plus B, nothing but HCl plus Na2CO3. If you are going to add here, we will get carbon dioxide gas here. We will close with a rubber cork. If you are going to allow this gas for the another test tube which contain lime water, what happens? Carbon dioxide will be passes through in this direction, it will be come here in the form of bubble. Okay, so when carbon dioxide is going to passes through the lime water, okay, it will be turned into a milky white. It will be color of the solution will turn into a milky white. This is because of formation of CaCO3. Here what we are taking here we are getting carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide here what we have? Here we have a lime water. Lime water means what is the formula? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. Lime water means, as you know, calcium hydroxide gives rise to calcium carbonate plus it is going to form H2O. It is going to form water. Because of formation of this one, the solution will be turned into a which white? Milky white. This milky white indicates the formation of calcium carbonate. This much you should remember. Suppose if we are going to allow large amount of CO2 for this one. So what happens here? They will ask the question. Okay, suppose if you are going to allow the large amount of carbon dioxide for the lime water, what is going to happen? What is going to happen here? Remember, we are taking carbon dioxide, we are allowing for the calcium hydroxide. Normally what happens? It is going to form calcium carbonate plus we are going to get a water. Here this one we are going, because of formation of this one, we will get a white color. Which white? Milky white color. Okay. So if we are going to do same thing in excess amount, suppose CO2 plus excess we can call here, excess amount of CO2, calcium hydroxide, formation of calcium bicarbonate plus we will get a water. Here again, first beginning it is going to, solution is going to turn into a milky white color. When you are passing excess amount of again continuously, again it is turned into a colorless. Colorless again indicate calcium bicarbonate. This is going to happen. Acid plus metal carbonate. What they are going to form? They are going to form H2O water, carbon dioxide, and they are going to form a what? Salt, I think so. Okay, acid, and they are going to form a salt. They will form a salt, water, and carbon dioxide. This will be in the form of gases. Okay, this is, remember, this is the conformation test for the carbon dioxide. Conformation test we can call. Okay, and previously I forgot to explain for you people. Okay, at last I will explain. Okay, again I will get confusion. So next one is acid plus metal bicarbonate. M, this indicate metal bicarbonate. What they are going to form? They are going to form again salt plus H2O plus CO2. Same thing they are going to form. Okay, example what we can take? We can take another, I will take acid example. I will take vinegar CH3COOH, you can call as acetic acid. This one is acetic acid. When it is going to form, when it is going to react with an sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. What is the common name for NaHCO3? Nothing but we can call as which soda? Baking soda. Na2CO3 means what? It is an washing soda. This is an baking soda. So what happens here? This will be and this will be, both will be combined. What will we get? We will get CH3COONA, that is sodium acetate. We will get sodium acetate plus what we will get? We will get carbon dioxide and we will get a water, again in the form of gaseous state carbon dioxide. Okay. So what is the conformation test? What we are doing? We are taking that gas and we are allowing to passes through the lime water. If the lime water turns into a milky white, that indication of calcium carbonate, which gives the confirmation about the evolution of carbon dioxide gas. Okay, one more test we can do. What we can do? We can bring a matchstick. When it is glowing, when it is burning a matchstick, you can keep nearby the test tube where we took a mixture there. So what happens? It is going to glowing off because of carbon dioxide is act as a fire extinguisher. As we know, fire extinguisher, we are using carbon dioxide in the form of solid state, what we call as dry ice. This is about the acid plus metal bicarbonate gives rise to salt, water and carbon dioxide. Okay. So, next one is acid plus bases. What is going to happen? So, before that I forgot to explain about metal plus acid. What they are going to form? They are going to form salt and hydrogen gas. So, how we are going to confirm hydrogen gas here? So, thus we are taking here a reaction mixture in the test tube. Okay, we are going to enclose with an, this is an reaction mixture, in the test tube will be there. Okay, we are closed with a rubber cork here. We are taking A plus B, nothing but metal, plus we are taking acid. So, what we are doing? We are connecting with a rubber cork here to close to avoid the escaping of gas. This gas, which is nothing but hydrogen gas, we are allowing for the there in the container which contain the soap water. Soap water. Why we have to take soap water here? Here hydrogen gas will be come this through this pipe and it is going to come out in the form of bubbles. This soap water will form the foam which can trap the gas here. And if you take the candle, for this one here, we will get a pop sound. Which sound will get? We will get a pop sound. This pop sound indicates the confirmation of hydrogen gas. To understand this one, I given the link in the description. You can go through it. Okay, I did experiment. You can get the idea, clarity about the liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay. Next one is what happens when the acids are going to react with an base. What is going to happen? Here, when acids are going to react with an base, they are going to form a salt and they are going to form a salt and water. Salt plus water, and this reaction we are going to call another name neutralization reaction. Which reaction we are going to call? Neutralization reaction we are going to call. Okay, already we discussed, I think, neutralization reaction. This comes under the fourth type of reaction. Okay, example HCl plus HCl is a acid, hydrochloric acid. It is going to react with an sodium hydroxide, gives rise to NaCl. This is nothing but sodium chloride salt, and it is gives rise to water. Okay, salt and water is going to form here. This type of reaction, what we are going to call neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. Okay, next one. Next one, if you taken acid plus metal oxide, what is going to happen? If you taken hydrochloric acid, metal oxide means, as you know, we will take a magnesium oxide. After burning of magnesium is a metal plus oxide, metal oxide it is. Okay, this is an acid and magnesium oxide is a metal oxide. So, if you take it in the aqueous form, it will form a magnesium hydroxide. We will get a magnesium chloride MgCl2 plus we will get a what? H2O. Here nothing, MgCl2 is nothing but magnesium chloride is salt and you will get a water. So, which type of reaction this is? If the salt and water is going to form, nothing but it is also neutralization reaction. Okay. Next one is base plus non-metal oxide. If you taken a base, if you taken non-metal oxide. So what is going to happen? Base means what they have? Sodium hydroxide I will take. Okay, non-metal oxide means what I will take? Example for non-metal oxide, I will take sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide in the form of aqueous state. Means what I will get? I will get H2SO3, sulfurous acid I will get. So if we take and what you will get? Again you will get a salt and you will get a water. Salt plus water. If we got salt plus water, this is nothing but neutralization reaction. NaOH plus H2SO3 gives rise to this part, Na2SO3 plus we will get a H2O, sodium sulfite. Remember, it's the sodium sulfite. I am saying ITE, not sulfate, not Na2SO4, it is Na2SO3. Okay, so by seeing this one, what you are understanding? Base is going to react with a non-metal oxide. Now usually non-metal oxide, what is the nature there? They are acidic in nature. So base is going to react with an acid, or they will form a salt and water. Again neutralization reaction is going to occur here. I hope so today concept you understood. For the test for liberation of hydrogen gas and carbon dioxide, I given the link in the description, you can go through it, how the gases are going to produce, how we are going to confirm that gases only. Remember, carbon dioxide is also used as a fire extinguisher. Okay, and one more thing, that's why we can remember, we can easily confirm the test by just keeping the candle nearby the where carbon dioxide gas is going to liberate. If the candle is glowing off, it indicate the production, releasing of the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, similarly if you kept a candle nearby the where hydrogen gas we are going to get, if it is going to produce a pop sound, it indicate confirmation of a hydrogen gas. If it is not so, it will be not liberating, it is not that mixture is not liberating the hydrogen gas, it will be some other gas. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and share the link. Okay, thank you.